Hi, my name is Jesty and welcome to another episode of Jestycraft. It's been a while since the last episode. It is currently April and unfortunately, my Christmas decorations are still up. I haven't taken any of this down because inspiration struck. I was working on the SQUIDTUARY, which is now almost 100% done. We're gonna go and tour it today. But I came up with this really cool idea of bringing more biomes closer to my area. If you don't already know, my area that I decided to build my house in is near several very rare biomes. I have a mega spruce taiga back behind me. Well, I think now it's called a giant spruce taiga. I also have a mesa. I have a sunflower plains. I have a Birch Hills M. And I came up with this idea of like trying to bring more biomes closer because there are some really cool biomes that are really interesting. And when I updated to 1.13 and like the new aquatic update and everything, I was actually kind of bummed about it because I was like, oh man, if I had started Jestycraft at 1.13, I most definitely would have built my house next to a ocean so I could have like all of the stuff from the ocean update or the aquatic update near my house. Well, I do now. I had to bring it closer to me and we're gonna go and see that in a little bit. So, you know, I'm just gonna get started because I have quite a bit to do. Oh, by the way, I changed this pond here. I changed all the stone that was in there to dirt and I added some seagrass just to make it look a little bit more pond-like. But yes, we're just gonna come this way. Popo's snowman is still standing proudly. I really should have taken this stuff down, but I was building and I got excited. I wanted to start recording, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this down before the next episode. But for right now, it'll stay up. So I guess this is a good thing. You guys can kind of experience the holiday decorations once more before it's all gone. Okay, let's come inside the house and let me go up the stairs. I mean, well, the ladders, I guess. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my armor. I always take it off at the beginning because I want to make sure that you can see my skin in the beginning instead of like me being completely covered with armor the whole time. So I was trying to show myself in the stairway, but it didn't work, or the ladder way. I don't know. Okay, but yes, let me just come this way and we're gonna head to, actually let's go out this way because we'll get a cooler view of Popo's snowman. Dun, 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 dun. It's so cool. It's so cool. But yes, oh, the presents in the Christmas tree. This is so bad. I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. It's one more episode. We can live through the holiday magic once more. Let's just come this way. And what I did over here is, this is where my fishing dock is. And I decided to turn this into a, I think you can tell by now, a swamp. I think it looks so cool. What I did was I went to the actual swamp biome, which is a little bit further that way in my world, and I looked to see what it looked like. And basically in swamps, the ground inside the water is all dirt and also these clay things and these kind of weird, like, I don't know what kind of shape this is, but I just kind of mimicked it everywhere, and it added some kind of the sparse land here and also over here, the sugar cane. I put some salmon in this water. I got them from this river over here because they spawned up there. I didn't name them. All I did was catch them in a bucket and put them in here, and they have not despawned. So I'm assuming once you pick a fish up in a bucket and place it down, it's permanent. I think that counts just the same as naming it, because these have definitely not despawned. I have 5 here. There's 2 right there. Well, there's one other one right there, and there's 2 more somewhere. But yeah, it's really cool. So this is my new swamp, and what I did with the trees, they're actually oak trees, but I use birch leaves. So I use birch leaves so I can give it more of like a dead kind of leaf look, because if you know, in the actual real swamp biome, the color actually changes in the game. It gets a lot darker, but I actually like this more vibrant green color here. This looks just kind of a little bit more magical to me, and I added this witch hut here because a swamp is not complete without a witch hut. But yeah, and I add my little blue orchids because these blue orchids only spawn in swamp biomes. But yes, it's pretty cool. And Hamster is still here in his little boat. He's just gonna be here. I think we're gonna move him a little bit further back because he's so loud. I can hear him so well and clearly right here. And every time I'm fishing here, this is where I do my like weapon repairing, because I haven't built an official like mob grinder yet, and so whenever I need to repair like armor or weapons, I come here and just fish for the levels, and I use the experience from that. And yeah, Hamster is always like growling in my ear. But yes, this is the first of many new well, not new biomes, but like more extra biomes to come to my immediate like home house area. So my question for you guys, I guess I can ask right now, is what biomes do you think I should add here? Obviously not ones that I already have, but I know in 1.14 there is a bamboo forest. I am definitely gonna add one of those somewhere, but again, we have to wait until 1.14 comes before I can do that. But if you have any specific ideas about any particular biomes you think I should kind of incorporate into my world near my house, let me know and I will definitely probably do that. So next up, the Squidtuary. That's pretty much the only thing I really did. I turned that into a swamp, and most of my time was spent at the Squidtuary. If you don't already know, I had to redo everything because, before I get too close, I'm going to explain. Squid at first would naturally spawn in any water source block, but since 1.13 that is no longer the case. They only spawn in rivers, beaches, and oceans, and the Squidtuary is neither of those biomes. So unfortunately, I can no longer name Squid after you guys, because that's why I name my Squid after subscribers. So I kind of incorporate you guys into my world. But yeah, unfortunately I can't do Squid unless I figure out a way to kind of transport Squid from the river to there, but I think that's going to be a little too cumbersome. So what I basically decided to do is use fish instead. So I started naming fish in the past couple of episodes. But yeah, so let me just go over here. So what I did was, because the new aquatic update is all about coral reefs and like tropical ocean kind of biome, warm oceans and stuff, I decided to make my Squidtuary a little bit more tropical. So you're gonna see as I get closer. Oh, here it is. I turned it into a jungle biome, and it looks pretty epic. So this is gonna be like one of my new biomes, I guess. Now we're gonna have a jungle next to my house, and all I did was just plant some really large jungle trees and some small ones as well. And I guess I'm gonna take this path because this way we can get a cool view of the top. I only put the jungle trees at the top because the top of this is a forest biome. Everything else in the surrounding area is a plains. And if you plant the jungle tree in the plains, the leaves are a very dark, kind of dullish color. But if you use it in the forest biome, they're very vibrant and green. And that's the color I wanted. I wanted it to look like an actual jungle biome. So it's only up here on the top of the arch where I actually planted these. I have to be careful. Let me get my sword out, and I'm also going to go ahead and eat right now. Because since everything is like covered by the jungle canopy, mobs spawn down here. I plan on in the future to use the little hanging lanterns. Again, we have to wait until 1.14 for that, but there's a new feature in 1.14 which are these hanging lanterns, and I think that'll look really cool. Oh, you can kind of see some of the coral reef biome. It doesn't actually look that great from above, but when we go inside there, you're gonna see. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna put the hanging lanterns everywhere, and I think it's gonna look really cool up here. So we just come this way through the dense foliage, and here's the dangerous place. It's so dark right here. I added some cocoa beans to the jungle trees just to make it look a little bit more authentic, and I have some ferns that I planted every once in a while. Here's a fern. But yeah, the jungles, they're pretty much overrun with like grass and ferns and a couple of like red and yellow flowers. Also these shrubs on the ground where it's just like the leaves that spawn like on the ground. I'm probably gonna add more later on, but yes, this is what it's looking like so far. So now let's descend into the Squidtuary. Let's just come down this way. You can see more of it. Again, it doesn't look that spectacular from above, but inside it looks really, really cool. You know what? I'm gonna have to sleep soon, so I guess I can... Oh, I hear Shaggy. Shaggy's trying to sting. Oh, there he is. So fun fact, Shaggy can actually sting me through this gate. Let me see if I'm gonna get him to sting me. Oh, also I realized I do have thorns on this armor, but it does not affect Shaggy because unfortunately I've been stung by him so many times while wearing this armor, and if it did affect him, he would be dead by now because he stung me countless times. So I don't think thorns affects him when I get stung by Shaggy. But yes, he's just puffed up down there. For some reason, he's not coming to sting me. Is it dark enough? Yes, the stars are starting to come out. Let me put my bed down. I'll just put it here, and let's go to sleep. And in the new day cycle, we will explore the new Squidtuary. Actually, before we explore, we need to add a new subscriber to the Squidtuary. So I have it right over here. Let me get this bed out of the way. Today, I am adding Timothy. So Timothy's YouTube avatar is actually a picture of... Oh, a zombie. Let me kill the zombie. Hold on. Where's my bow? Here we go. And I want to kill him before he comes into the water because I don't want him to turn into a drowned. This is... let him die. There we go. So yes, like I was saying, Timothy's YouTube avatar is a picture of Pikachu. And I found this goatfish. This is a goatfish that's kind of yellow. Well, it's mostly white and yellow, but I thought it was appropriate, so we'll just add him right there. So now Timothy, and look, we can see Valley. So now Timothy, Valley, and Shaggy are the first 3 fish in the Squidtuary. All the rest of my subscribers are squids. There's one back there. Okay, so I think the best way to kind of just... let's start from the back. This is the most like least exciting part. So let's just drop on in right here. So I used this gravel to make a path. I just thought it was cool to have a path down here. So yeah, I used gravel because I thought that looked the best. So first up, we come to this what I'm calling my siren rock. I was very inspired by witchcraft, where there's like siren rocks that spawn in the oceans. So I built one underneath the water, and what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna trap a trident drown inside of here. So I have some iron bars on the front. I have one right there, and I have another one on the back if you walk around the back. And drown do spawn in the rivers that are near my area. I have a lot of rivers around here, so they do spawn in there. So I just need to wait until one spawns with a trident, and then I just need to figure a way how to get it to here. But I'm gonna name it, are you ready for this? I'm gonna name it Poseidon. Like Poseidon combined with Siren, and it's gonna be Poseidon. I think it's gonna be pretty epic. So I have his home kind of ready, and it's gonna live here. Now, you may be wondering, wait, I can't have a drown in here if I'm gonna have a conduit underwater, because conduits attack mobs. Only if the conduit is full. Like if you build it to the maximum specifications, it will attack mobs, but even then it only attacks mobs that are really close to it. They have to be within, I believe, 8 blocks, which is really close. So even if I did a full conduit, it wouldn't attack my drown. So I'm gonna put a drown in here and it should be fine. But my conduit is in this room, so I kind of made this like a ruins that spawn in the ocean biomes. I used some granite. I think this is what, chiseled granite, I believe, and some sea lanterns, some sandstone stairs, and what is this called? Cut sandstone, that's what that is. But yes, look at how cool this room looks. I love how the conduit looks like this floating orb in here. Granted, the conduit isn't in there yet. I just built the casing for it, but I need to kind of actually make the conduit. But yes, in here I added some sea lanterns, and I basically added all of the ocean blocks, like prismarine, well, not ocean blocks, but prismarine blocks. So we have regular prismarine, we have prismarine bricks, we have dark prismarine, I think that's what the other one's called. Oh, I'm drowning. Let me get out of here really quick so I can breathe. You know what? Let me just go ahead and activate the conduit, because that would make sense instead of me like having to come up to breathe all the time. So first off, I need to actually make it. I have all of my materials in here. I need 1 heart of the sea and 8 nautilus shells. So we got a couple of these nautilus shells from the aquatic adventure episode. That's where I got most of those. Not most of them, but a couple of the nautilus shells. But most of these I got from just fishing. Like I mentioned earlier, I fished to get leveled and repair my weapons and armor, and I got most of those shells from that. Okay, let me go ahead and I guess I'll put this bucket. Actually, this bucket goes back in here. Let me just do that and put my bow here. Okay, so now let's go and activate the conduit. What was that? Oh, a squid. Let me come down. I'm always terrified of drown. Like when zombies come here and they follow me, I don't realize they're like tracking me, and they fall in the water and then turn into a drown. But I don't believe drown will spawn in this water here, because again, this is not a river or ocean, and I think drown only spawn in rivers, oceans, and beaches and stuff. And this is none of those, even though it looks like it is. Okay, let's come on in here, and oh hi, who are you? Grace. Hi Grace. Let me come on in, and if I can get through here, and this grass doesn't need to be here, and let's place the conduit. So it's not going to turn on yet because I need to remove this block. You have to have 1 block of water and all. Oh wait, I don't know if these if the seagrass is going to affect it. I don't think it will. Let me break this, and will this? Oh, it's not. Oh, it is. Okay, I thought the grass was stopping it. Yes, look at how cool this animation is. This is pretty epic. So now I can breathe permanently underwater. Let me kind of come out of here. Okay, so let me continue my tour of this room. So I wanted this to look like this was some type of ancient technology, long lost. So I came up with these like weird shapes. Like I mentioned already, I added the prismarine bricks and stuff, but I also used this stone brick to make, and these are like stairs and slabs, to make these weird kind of, I don't even know, should we call them like glyphs or something? I don't know. But yes, it kind of looks like Tetris pieces, especially this one. Look at this. I have like the little zigzag piece, the little backwards L here, another kind of looking kind of like L thing. And this is like a T shape. But yes, it looks like Tetris. Oh, I also added in glowstone. Glowstone isn't technically an ocean like spawning block, but I thought it looked cool. I think the yellow kind of looks like scales. I like the lighting as well. So yes, this one, and then the biggest one is over here. This one has a lot of different like little elements in it, but they're all very just asymmetrical and random. I wanted it to be that way. I wanted it to look just kind of pieced together. I didn't want any like particular design, I guess. Yes, and I think it looks really cool. And I only put like kelp in here, not kelp, seagrass. So, oh, who are you? Is this still Grace? Yes, this is Grace. So let's exit. Yes, this is the conduit room. So next up, the coral reef. This is so epic. I built this little arch here and I think it looks pretty cool. So let's just walk on through. So here it is. This took longer than I cared to. Actually didn't take that long. What took a long time was just placing all of this coral, like the coral fans and tube coral. I showed you guys a few episodes ago all the stuff that I had collected. I had it in a chest right there. I used every single thing. I just made it a point to just use everything. So everything that I had in that chest is what you see here before you. And I think it turned out really cool. I have my sea pickles lighting up the way. And yeah, so this path, you can take the scenic route, which goes around this way, or you can take the shortcut. And the scenic route isn't that long, so we're just gonna take it. It really is just like a tiny bit of an extra loop right here. It's actually kind of pointless, but I thought it was still kind of fun to add that one in. And then here's the shortcut, and then you come right here and you're kind of done. So it's kind of minuscule, but I think it looks really cool. And now I have the ocean near me. This is really, I love this. I love this so much. I think it turned out really cool. I'm missing some grass here. I was trying to, granted there is, not everything is covered in grass, and I will say this, I am a little heavy-handed with the seagrass placement. I kind of put it everywhere, but I like it. I think it looks cool with a lot. So let me just come here. Hi Timothy and hi Valley. And we saw Shaggy. He wasn't here, but I guess he's gone somewhere else now. And then we have our other subscribers. Okay, that's basically the Squidtuary. Let me come up here, and I just want to, that's gonna bother me now that I saw that little like bald spot in the coral reef. I want everything to have an adequate amount of seagrass. So let me just come back over here. Here it is, and bam, there we go. And even here, yeah, there we go. I like it. Okay, so next up, we need to talk about turtles. I have my turtle eggs inside of this chest right here, so let me go ahead and grab them. Put my bone meal back in here. I have some extra stuff in here. I didn't need that much kelp. I only put the kelp on this side of the Squidtuary because, again, in the actual ocean biome, kelp doesn't actually spawn inside the coral reef. It spawns really close. Like you'll see like kelp strands kind of close to a coral reef, but you won't actually see it inside the actual coral reef. So I tried to keep it as authentic to the actual game as possible. So I have most of my kelp over here, and I think it looks cool. It's like kelp forest right here, and then we have my siren rock that Poseidon will dwell in the future. Let me just come up here and let's talk about these turtle eggs. So I haven't been doing anything with the turtles because they only hatch at night, and I've been sleeping every single night cycle ever since I updated to 1.13 because the phantoms. I'm waiting until, I think I'm gonna do it next episode, but I want to actually wait until I'm ready to record it because I want you guys to see my first like phantom that spawns in my world, and we're gonna try and trap it in the cave over there. We're gonna go there in a little bit. I have a cave that I'm gonna trap my phantoms in. But yes, so I have these eggs. They only will hatch on sand, so we're gonna have to put it on sand. I'm gonna build like a little tiny island out in the middle of this water here, so that way zombies can't get to it, and it's gonna be too high for like squid to get on. If it were flush with the water, the squid can get on it and die. But yeah, I'm gonna put it up a little in the air. So I guess since it needs to be sand, I'm gonna have to put a lower layer of like dirt or something so that can float, because otherwise the sand will just fall. And yes, we'll hatch that in the next episode. I don't know how many night cycles it'll take, but they only hatch at night, so we're gonna have to wait. The sun is going down again. Wow, I guess I've been talking quite a bit. Let me go ahead and eat. But yeah, they only hatch at night, and I don't know how many like night cycles it's gonna take. So another unfortunate thing about me not sleeping, of me sleeping constantly now since I've updated to 1.13 is I still have yet to get a skeleton horse. But again, I had to stop like my search because to get those, it requires you not to sleep so the weather cycles can continually rotate, and that way you can get the thunderstorms. But yeah, since I've been sleeping every night cycle, it literally has been day, like for months. Because yeah. And let me go ahead and sleep. Okay, so now that we're done here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys where we're gonna put the phantoms. I showed you guys in a previous episode, but we're just gonna go here again. So, oh, there's my birch village that's covered in snow and candy canes for the holidays that I need to clean that up. That's actually the thing that I'm least excited about. That's gonna take me a long time to clean all of that. But here we go, here's the cave. This is where I'm gonna put my phantoms when I get them. The reason, oh, I just saw mobs in here. Let's kill the creeper first, because that's the most important. There we go. Now, let's take care of these spiders. Okay. We're good. Okay, so the reason I'm putting the phantoms all the way over here is because the phantoms scream. They make this like piercing shriek sound, and the radius of it is really, really large. So if I put it too close to my house, I'm gonna hear them screaming all day and night, which is not okay. So I think if I have them way out here off in their own little area, I think it'll be better. I think my birch village, yeah, look at that. We can see the birch village from right here. So I might be able to hear them from the birch village because that's how big their radius is. I think you can hear them that far away. I'm not 100% sure, but I just know the radius is really, really big. You can hear them from very far away. So I think it's safe to keep them out here. Another really cool thing about having them in this cave, I'm thinking about like making an enclosure right here. This is where I spawned my first wither, and I'm gonna block this up so it can't go down there, but I think I'm gonna have them live in this little area here. I'll put like some iron bars or something here to kind of fence them in. So I think what's gonna be cool is when I get near the cave, you'll just hear these like screams coming out of it, and I think it'll be very ominous. You'll see this like huge hole in the mountain and you'll just hear like these screeches. I think that'll be kind of cool. Also, I want to talk about this. In 1.14, there's new flowers, one of which is called a wither rose, and you get, oh look, Minecraft cave sound just happened. You get a wither rose by having a wither kill a mob, and if you recall my very first wither fight that I spawned right here, I had a sheep that lived up here that I called Cave Sheep, and the wither killed it. The cave sheep was right here and the wither killed it. So I could have gotten a wither rose from that, but unfortunately I was only in 1.11 at the time that happened. So in the future we're definitely gonna have to get a wither rose just because I think it'll be cool to have that. Another cool idea that I had about this series is, like I said, I'm gonna bring all of the biomes, well maybe not all of them, but most of them to my like immediate area in my world. I also want to bring one of every single mob in the game, and also all of the variations. I think it'll be really cool to have Jestycraft be kind of like a museum. I'm gonna have like purposes for all of the creatures. I'm gonna like have, I don't know what I guess, but I am planning to build like an entire like city or town in my world, which is why I chose to build in this plains over here, because it'll be just easy to kind of build stuff, and I think it'll work really well. So, oh, one thing that I am thinking about, since my jungle is here, I'm gonna build the bamboo forest, I think right on this side of the jungle. There's like a little sloping area here. Yeah, right here. I think I'm gonna turn this into like the bamboo forest, and I think that'll look really cool. It'll be kind of like real Minecraft where the bamboo forest is like near the jungle or in the jungle, and we can get some pandas and they can live here. It's gonna be pretty epic. I'm really excited. But yes, before we get to 1.14, we need to finish all of the 1.13 things. So I need to get a couple of more advancements. Let me go ahead and press L. This one, we need to kill a phantom. So again, the first few phantoms I'm gonna trap inside of that cave, but once I get however many, I don't know how many I'm gonna trap, but once I get a decent amount that I want, then I'm gonna kill one, and that's how we'll get the final monsters hunted for this one. We have 23 of 24 right now. And then the tridents. I need to find a drowned holding a trident. We killed a couple that had tridents, but none of them dropped them in my aquatic adventure episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I've been avoiding drowns with tridents. I purposely have not killed any that I came across while I was collecting my materials, because again, I want that to be on the episode, and I want you guys to see it. So we have to get a trident and then throw it at a mob, and that's how we'll get this one. This one is going to be a really fun one. We have to strike a villager with it during a thunderstorm. So once again, that's going to require me to sleep, and I also need to enchant the trident once I get it. So that's pretty much it. I think I've kind of gone over everything. So next episode, we're going to do a lot, because I need to get parrots. I've never gone to the jungle to get parrots since updating to parrots were 1.13 or 1.12. I think 1.12, and I still have yet to do anything with parrots. What else do I need to do? The skeleton horse is a work in progress still. I don't know why that's taking so long. I hear a bat. I left these caves open here for this exact reason. I like when bats just kind of fly out and kind of into the world. So I'm assuming a bat is somewhere in here. Did it fly out? No, but I hear it chirping, so yeah. Okay, I guess that's pretty much everything. We talked about everything in the squidtuary. I'm gonna build some biomes. Oh yeah, so remember, leave in the comments if you know of any biomes you feel that I should add in my area, just so I can have like a little bit of everything. I think it'd be really cool just to have the scenery constantly changing in Jestycraft. Also, bonus question of the episode, did you see Flitwick? Like I said a few episodes ago, I have him like moving around in the house, and I did see him. I saw him during my intro. So whoever leaves like a timestamp of where you see Flitwick, I guess there's no rewards, or maybe if it's a new subscriber who's not added to the squidtuary, maybe I'll add you next episode. But yes, so leave the timestamp when you see Flitwick at my house. Okay, with that said, I think I'm done. I think I've talked about everything that I need to talk about. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!